At first, I was kind of upset that I was unable to review Black Backlash the day of, right? I wanted to get my review done Saturday, but I work overnights, so that wasn't going to happen. So my plan was to review it Sunday morning. Little did I know I was in for a 14-hour shift, so that didn't happen. So I was kind of upset I didn't get to review it yesterday morning. But, I'm actually kind of glad that that's how it turned out because I had time to really digest the entirety of the show. And my opinions on some things did change a little bit as time moved on. So, despite what I felt right after the show was over, now that I've had a chance to kind of chew on some things, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit different.
Backlash.
Oh, Backlash from Tampa, Florida, took place on Saturday. I had a hell of a weekend. Like I said, I had my 14-hour shift. I hurt my hip yesterday, but I'm still here recording for you guys, making sure I get my thoughts and opinions out there for the people. The people need my thoughts and opinions, man. We're going to change the IWC, and it starts with reviewing Backlash. Hurt my hip, but I'm still here recording. So there were some things that I took away from the show immediately, but now I feel a little bit differently about them. So overall, I think it was a somewhere between decent and good. Like it was a good show. Like if that was an episode of Monday Night Raw, you'd walk away thinking, "Wow, that was a pretty damn good episode of Monday Night Raw." The issue is that Backlash is booked as a PLE, premium live event. So there are a few different issues with this, in my opinion. One is the first two matches of the shows now are free for people who are subscribed to the ESPN app. Okay? I get the thought behind it. I'm not a stupid idiot. I get the thought behind doing that, right? My issue with it is you're forcing the WWE consumer who has to subscribe to ESPN, because then the only other option is illegally streaming. And thanks to Dana White and, his crackdown team, there are none left for the most part. And ExpressVPN stopped working for me as far as Netflix goes, so that option was out. So really, we have the choice to subscribe or don't watch. So we subscribe to ESPN. We pay $30 a month. But if you think about it, 2 of these 5 matches are free on ESPN2, the network. Meaning we're basically paying $10 a fucking match. $10 a match, because we're paying $30 and only 3 of them are actually part of the subscription service. So really, you're paying $10 to see fucking Danhausen with a bunch of midgets. And no, that's not me calling them midgets. They call themselves midgets for the fucking PC dorks out there. Is that worth $10 to you? I mean, that's worth nothing to me. That's fucking ridiculous. So as I sat on the show the last couple days, that kind of pissed me off the more I thought about it. And then there were some things little details throughout the show that I got to think about more. And I realized, there's some things that I really wasn't a fan of that I actually didn't really notice at first. We're going to get into it. Show started off with Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. Now, this was a good match. I would not say it was a great match. It was a good match. I think part of the issue is Braun Breaker. This is his first time wrestling in 4 months, 5 months. So he's going to be he's going to have some ring rust, right? Seth Rollins, he's wrestled once in the last however many months, and that was against Gunther at WrestleMania, which they were only given 15 minutes to go out there and do what they could do because we had to suffer through fucking commercial mania, right? So both guys came in probably with a little ring rust, right? So there were some botches. And unfortunately, nowadays in the WWE or any wrestling promotion for that matter, anytime there are botches in a match, unfortunately, they're going to take precedent over the match, even if it's a good match. Just ask LA Knight how that works. Every botch is going to be shared on TikTok, on YouTube, and it's going to be discussed at a very high level. And I feel like as far as clips that went out the next day and, up until today, I think the botches are getting talked about more than the actual match. I mean, Seth Rollins even kind of addressed them on the post show. That's how prevalent the botches were. I mean, 2 of them were on Braun, 1 of them was on Seth, in my opinion. I mean, Seth tried to do a flip over, float over. I'm assuming he was going for a pedigree, but he tried to do the Will Ospreay thing where he floats over the clothesline, right? Tried to stick the landing on a Frankensteiner from Braun Breaker and did not stick the landing. I mean, that's a hard move to do, man. And Rollins is a little bit older now. So I'm not going to fault these guys for botches. It's fucking pro wrestling. Botches happen. If you watch this match and your takeaway is the botches, welcome to fucking pro wrestling. What are you, 12? What are you, new here? Botches are going to happen. It was a decent match overall. And at the end, I think the right person won the match. Braun Breaker, you needed to establish him after he came back from injury. And this is not going to be the only match in this feud. We're going to get multiple matches. And I fully expect Seth to win the next one, right? It only makes sense. But at the end, the Vision came out and kind of halted Seth's momentum in the match. And then Seth goes in, he eats a couple spears, 1, 2, 3. So they did it in a way where you can continue the feud and the right person won. Despite the botches, it was a good match. So if you see anyone just strictly talking about the botches for this, just tell them to shut the fuck up. Next up, we got Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. This is where I get kind of irritated. And this is something I wouldn't have really said in my review if I had done it yesterday or even the night of. So, I mean, the match was okay. It was okay. Some would say it was mid. It was very just kind of average. Trick winning this match tells me that the feud is definitely coming to an end, which is good. Thank God. Thank God. Because this creative team booked this match around a fucking gingerbread man funeral, which took up the entirety of SmackDown's show on Friday. If you missed my review about that, you should go watch it. It's probably pretty entertaining. I myself have not watched it back yet. It would have been a solid match if it was like a TV match, right? If it was on Raw or SmackDown, it would have been a solid match. But this is a PLE. Was there anything about this match that was PLE worthy? No. That's why there's really nothing to talk about. I mean, Sammy Haluva kicked Lil Yachty, who I hope we're done with now. Then he goes in and eats a trick knee, 1, 2, 3. End of story. Trick shot, 1, 2, 3. Run of the mill match. Now, my issue is and it's been making the rounds now. It seems like they're setting up Sammy to win the world title in Saudi at WrestleMania. I have some issues with that. First of all, Sammy has go away heat, right? Nobody wants to see fucking Sami Zayn anymore. Especially because Sami Zayn has affected 3 different careers now. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're sitting there thinking, well, how does that make sense, Sai? Well, don't worry. Daddy's got you. I'm about to make it all make sense for you. They had Karrion Kross. His entire character, right up until he got released, revolved around Sami Zayn and Sami Zayn's story. And they've been pushing this, can Sami Zayn win the big one thing for quite some time now. Okay? Karrion Kross was trying to get him to change his ways, to become a heel, basically, in order to prepare himself to win the world title. Well, they got rid of Karrion Kross, so they didn't finish that story. Okay? In comes Aleister Black. Aleister Black takes over the role of Karrion Kross, and they give Aleister Black the sloppy seconds of Karrion Kross's character, and they have him do the same thing for Sami. Okay? Shocker, those 2 guys couldn't get themselves over as much as they possibly could have because their characters completely revolved around Sami because this creative team is fucking inept. Okay? So then those 2 guys get released. Boom, gone. Because they couldn't have done any more because their characters revolved around somebody fucking else. All right? So that's 2. Well, Sai, where's the 3rd one at? Don't worry, Daddy's not done explaining. So, 2 weeks before WrestleMania, they have Sami Zayn take the US title off of Carmelo Hayes, rather than allowing Carmelo Hayes to be in the WrestleMania match for the US title. So, Sami Zayn effectively fucked over Carmelo Hayes, and we haven't seen him since, because for some reason, despite the fact that this kid carried fucking SmackDown on his back for months, Triple H has a fucking hard-on for Sami Zayn, so he puts Sami Zayn in that role instead of Carmelo Hayes. 3 careers negatively affected by one fucking guy. Now he's got go-away heat. And I would not be shocked if they give him the world title at the fucking Saudi WrestleMania. That shouldn't even be happening. But I digress. Whatever. This creative team fucking sucks. Next up, we get Danhausen and the Minihausen midgets against the Miz and Kit fucking Wilson. There were rumors going around that this was going to be CM Punk. There were rumors going around that this was going to be Jelly Roll. And somehow, rumors going around that this was going to be fucking Jelly Roll, right? WWE somehow figured out a way to make it worse. Worse than Jelly Roll. What we ended up getting made me want Jelly Roll instead of what we got. What the fuck? Danhausen fucking comes out. He opens the stupid cloning machine from Friday night. And out comes El Torito, who was dressed up in Danhausen face paint and the whole gimmick. Comes out. They have a match. And towards the end of the match, Kit Wilson throws El Torito back in the cloning machine, closes the door, and then the door pops open and out comes all the mini Danhausens. And Danhausen and the midgets basically defeat Miz and Kit Wilson. How fucking ridiculous is it that we get this and this is a PLE. If you're subscribed to the ESPN, you effectively paid $10 to watch this fucking slop. Okay? So, not only did you pay $10 to watch this fucking slop, but I feel like if you asked most of the WWE fans, hey, would you rather pay $10 to watch this shit or $10 to watch Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes, or Ray fucking Phoenix? I would pay $10 to watch those 3 guys wrestle a fucking broomstick over this Danhausen fucking wannabe comedy garbage. Okay? This creative team sucks ass. That's it. That's the end of the story. This creative team sucks. Nothing more to it. So at this point, after this Danhausen shit, we realize we got 2 matches and an announcement is basically what we got left. Okay. We had a good opening match. Then we had an average match to follow that up. And then we get this fucking sloppy bullshit. Okay, next up, we had Asuka versus Io, and this was match of the night. This was easily match of the night. The match was great, but I feel like it didn't get the in-house crowd reaction it should have due to a couple of factors. Its placement on the card. And what was the other factor I was... oh, yeah. You fucking fired the focal point of the story 2 weeks ago. That would be the other reason. Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. And then another thing, Asuka and Io embraced afterwards. So, like, this got people excited. And it pissed some people off, including myself a little bit. I mean, it's sad to think that Asuka may be retiring, is the rumor going around. And if that's the case, then it's fine. Then it's whatever. But if it's not the case and Asuka is going to continue being a full-time performer, what the fuck was that? She does all this dastardly shit to Io. She treats Kyrie like shit. And they've been telling this story for fucking 6-7 months now. She does all this shit. And she literally just fucking misted Io in the fucking face on Friday. And then she tried it again in this match. And she just hugs her afterwards. So if I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna, completely destroy it right now because the match was great. And the rumor is Asuka's retiring. If Asuka doesn't end up retiring and she stays an active full-time performer, this is going to be the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen. Maybe not ever. Stupidest thing I've seen in a minute. Then we get John Cena's announcement. John Cena's announcement. First of all, I'm going to say something positive because it's the only thing positive that I have to say about this shit. They got to stop using words, and John Cena did it in himself. They got to stop using words like groundbreaking. This is going to change WWE fundamentally. This company just continues to fucking overpromise and underdeliver when it should be the other way around. This was not a groundbreaking announcement. This was not a groundbreaking announcement at all. So John Cena comes out. I assumed it was going to be a Club WWE something. And, here's TKO coming out saying, hey, here, give us more fucking money. So Ari Emanuel and fucking Mark Shapiro and Nick Khan can get even more fucking money and up their salaries by another 300%. That's what I was expecting. John Cena came out and he announced something called the John Cena Classic. So in my head, I'm going, okay, it's a tournament. Maybe this is going to replace King of the Ring because I'm a logical fan, just like you. We're both logical fans. That's why you're watching me, right? I assumed it was going to be a tournament, maybe in place of King of the Ring. But then he started explaining what it is, and I'm just so fucking confused that I don't even know if I'm intrigued anymore by what this is. So then he announced that we're going to create a championship for this, which I'm hoping and assuming that it's going to be like the Crown Jewel Championship, where it's just a fucking prop. It's a trophy. Because the last thing this company needs is another fucking belt that gets defended, right? Too many fucking championships already. But then he says that NXT superstars, the stars of tomorrow, are going to compete against the stars of today. So it's like an NXT versus main roster thing. Okay. Interesting. Then he says, and this is what completely took me out, you don't have to win the match to win the championship. You don't have to win the matches. So the fans vote like it's fucking Taboo Tuesday, which was fucking a god-awful concept in itself. But you can lose and still win the championship. So wins and losses don't matter now. That's the direction you want to go, because that is a fucking slippery slope if you want to go that route, my friend. That has disaster written all over it. But you can lose, and if you have multiple matches in the night, you can lose all of your matches, but the crowd likes you, so you win. And also, another note, you're fucking an absolute lunatic if you think WWE is actually going to give the power to the fan base. You think back then and for Taboo Tuesday, you think WWE actually let you vote? Fuck no, they didn't. They had the card fleshed out before the fucking show started, and they just did the little graphics that made you feel like your vote counted. Right? It's a waste of time. And yeah, I'm sure we'll get more information on this. We don't know when it's going to take place, who's going to be involved, of course, but so far, it's just confusing, convoluted, and stupid so far. So I guess we'll see. And it sucks. I don't want to say that because John Cena really genuinely seemed excited about it. So I hope they clean it up, because I would like him to, his excitement to go somewhere. Then we got the main event. Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. It was a damn good match. So on this card, you had two great matches. You had a good match, and you had an average middle of the pack match. Okay. They managed to make Jacob look very strong and still keep the belt on Roman, which was the end goal. I mean, you could have given these guys 10 minutes and I would not have complained. 10 more minutes. But being that this is just the first match of probably 2 or 3, it makes sense to not give them the extra time. You don't want to blow your load early. And I mean, what happened afterwards? They're definitely going to have another match. Jacob Fatu attacked Roman with the Tongan death grip twice. He had it locked in for a while at first. He left the ring. Officials are coming out trying to break it up. I know what you're thinking. Another pull apart brawl. Yeah, they really need to fucking move away from that. But it wasn't a brawl. Jacob just had him in the Tongan death grip. Starts getting ushered out of the ring. Then he goes back in and fucking jumps on Roman and locks it in again. Roman's doing a good job selling it. He's like foaming at the mouth and shit. But there was something in this match that pissed me off that was reminiscent of Commercial Mania. Roman, so Fatu had the Tongan death grip locked in. Roman's selling it. He's fighting out of it. And I don't know if the ref was just like in the wrong position, because there was a spot a little bit before where the ref kind of got hit with something. So I don't know if he was out of position or what the fuck happened, but Roman pulls the turnbuckle pad off the turnbuckle, right? Exposing the steel. And then he rams Jacob's head into the exposed turnbuckle. The ref was standing right there front and center watching it the entire fucking time. So that's not a DQ. Just like at WrestleMania when he hit Punk with the steps, that's not a DQ. And there's no explanation. There's no nothing. It's just he's Roman Reigns and he gets to do whatever the fuck he wants. But if CM Punk hit Reigns with the steps, it would be a DQ. If Fatu fucking rammed Roman's head into the turnbuckle, it would have been a DQ. I would have taken that ending because it would have made more fucking sense. Just more, creative lapses by this, creative team that fucking sucks. Triple logic gap strikes again. And at the end of the match, when Roman's getting choked the fuck out, he's foaming out of his mouth and shit, the Usos were nowhere to be seen. So to me, it's confirmed to me basically at this point that the Usos are switching sides. They're going to join Jacob Fatu, which is fine. It's different than what we've gotten the last, 4 or 5 years with the bloodline. So that's okay. But I'm telling you right now, if you keep the Usos with Roman and don't explain this shit, I'm out. I'm fucking out. We've seen this for 4 or 5 years. I'm over it. Unless you change something up drastically, I don't want to see it anymore. But overall, Backlash was not a terrible show. I would say it was a good show. Was it a great show? No. But it is what it is. Creatively moving forward, man. I hope we're done with Sami Zayn. The dude has go away heat. Get him the fuck off my TV. Give me Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, and fucking Rey Fenix, please. Please. Shit's fucking disgusting. Obviously, we're gonna get Roman and Jacob continued. We'll see that probably tonight on Monday Night Raw. Because Jacob Fatu can bounce from show to show and it's fine. But Gunther needs a fucking special favor to move to SmackDown, despite the fact that Roman and Fatu and the Usos can bounce wherever the fuck they want. It's just triple logic gap. That's the only explanation you need. This creative team sucks. And then Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins will continue. We'll probably see that tonight on Raw. And I'm actually looking forward to that one because I think the next match, or the third match if they have one, will be even better than that one. Botches are okay. It's okay. It's okay. Braun was rusty. Rollins was a little rusty. Rollins is older. It's going to be fine. The next matches are going to be bangers. Now, moving forward, I would prefer PLEs to be a little more fucking premium. Give your fan base that pays for the subscription at least one more match, preferably two. Why are we getting the same shit that everybody gets for free, and all we get is 3 extra matches? $10 a match? Get the fuck out of here. This shit makes no sense, you know. And if you support this shit, you are part of the problem. Just like if you thought that the Danhausen midgets bullshit was worth watching, you're part of the problem. That shit sucked. That shit sucked. And if you're gonna sit here and tell me that shit was good, I'm gonna tell you to shut the fuck up. And that's pretty much it. If you missed Backlash, I would go back and probably watch Io and Asuka for the match. You could watch Jacob and Roman. They were both great matches. But other than that, you didn't miss anything. You just missed some Danhausen slop, an average TV match, and a good Seth Rollins Braun Breaker match, but it had some botches, and that's what everybody's talking about. So we'll see, man. We'll see where these things go. We'll see if I am correct, and we'll go from there. And for the AEW fanboys that I saw, no, your 1-hour golf course match was not better than this Backlash show. Get the fuck out of here. Just wanted to throw that out there. Don't forget to like this video, comment, let me know your thoughts on Backlash, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and I will see you tonight for Monday Night Raw. Thank you.